Hey guys, so today is the 14th of December, and we're gonna go and open another door on the old calendar down here. After yesterday's, I don't know, I don't know. I've I've sort of given up. I know for a fact that I'm not gonna get any of these things, or at least I don't think so. Maybe today will be the day that we actually get something, but we keep getting pipped to the post by Hero Grinch or giants or other random things. So here we go, number 14. Let's just have a look through behind the door. Hopefully we can get this before Hero Brian, or sorry, Hero Grinch. Hero Brian, he doesn't exist in this game anymore, right? Right? Let's have a look behind the door. Alright guys, coming to the end of the clearing now. Some kind of particle effects. Looks like a wall or a barrier. We seem to be here first. Oh, it's one of Hero Grinch's minions. Are we too late? Is this all set up by him, or what's going on? Oh, oh, oh dear. Oh, uh, he was uh, he was just reduced to a pile of dust. I don't quite like the way they're looking at me. You know what? You know what? Um, I don't I don't need a present today. I'm not gonna risk it. I'd prefer to live a couple more days and perhaps, yeah. I think it's best that we just leave this one. I mean, no trouble, guys. Okay, see ya. Oh god, run. So guys, it's time to look behind the scenes and look at the command blocks and the tricks that went into the creation of this. I quite like it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I might use something like this in a map in the future. Um, Also, it's very never-ending story-esque with the trial, and if you're worthy, you get to pass through. Ooh, haha, I'm worthy. Yeah, this whole thing is actually set up just to work on zombies. I've actually made it so I can't pick up the zombie residue. It will despawn. I just made it so it doesn't have a pickup delay. So we have these fancy particles. These are just using I think it's witch's magic or something particle effect here. We have two guardians. These are no AI guardians, and riding them, if we F3 and N, are other guardians called Bob. I don't know why they do that. They sort of glitch out, even though it's riding on top of this, and it is riding on top of this other one. Every now and then, because this block is above it, it seems to like glitch out and pop all over the place. It's really, really, yeah, it does that. Really weird. We've got Bob and his brother Bob. There we go. And their AI is fully active. They can turn around, they can shoot things, do all of that. They won't shoot me though, because they are actually on my team. They are on the player team. Let's switch back into creative mode. In fact, that zombie was also on the player team. That's why it didn't turn around and track me down. Over here, it's tracking Ephraim again. It's tracking this guy, this villager here. That's just the bait to get it to move across on its own. When it goes over this slab, it detects that it's on a slab, and that's what starts that. There's some stuff behind that, so I think we've seen everything we can here. What summons the zombie is there's I think it's over here somewhere. There we go. It's the sponge again, the old sponge trick that we've been using heavily throughout this to time our events. So coming over here, we can have a look at the command blocks and the way I've set it up. These here are just the summon commands. This is just the particle. Ah, there we go. Witch magic. Yes, this is the particle commands that we're using. These are the coordinates, and it's 3.5 blocks in the X, the 1.5 blocks up and down in the Y, and 0.05 in the X, which is that way. That just gives it a little bit more depth than 0, and so that's just that command there. Over here, this is where we're detecting the sponge for the player, so we check for a player with sponge 2 blocks below them, and we're testing for, after that, we're just testing for a player. So as long as there's a player in existence, and that of course always succeeds, just as long as there's sponge underneath me. If it succeeds, this block will activate and put a redstone block here, which will just summon our teammate, which will be Hero Grinch's minion in this case. So it's not exactly fitting. It's not following the lore of the story that's being ran here, but it made it so it wouldn't attack me and that it would go after the villager, so I don't really mind. Over here we have a detection, where we're detecting for a zombie, much the same way that we detect for sponges, but we're looking for stone slab 7, which is the quartz slab. The quartz slab on the bottom portion of the block. The slabs are incredibly annoying when it comes to their data values and stuff. They're all stone slabs. All the stone slabs are stone slabs. You know, it's a bit annoying. And then that's testing for a player, which will of course succeed, just as long as the zombie's there. It will start this first line of command blocks, so this will activate in 1 tick, which again it summons a squid, which is what the guardians will target, because guardians love to zap squid. So that's how I did that. It sets a redstone block down here, which starts our second bit, and it sets the no AI for the zombie to 1, and it sets it on fire. It sets the zombie on fire as well, although that's difficult to notice with all of the particle effects I've got running. Moving on to our second part here, these are the particle effects. We've got a witch magic being activated at the zombie continuously, and also this lava particles that act at the zombie continuously. Because there is going to be a zombie in the world, we already know this from all of the setup we've done. This will of course be activated, the comparator will go. I'm just using redstone because it's very, very easy and quick to set up a short redstone timer. You can use command blocks obviously for timers, but I usually only use those if I'm using a timer for multiple things, or very long things, or things that have to happen at instances. So redstone is still very, very useful for this kind of thing here. It's very robust for that kind of thing. Then we have our last line of command blocks, which just deals with the end of its life, the end of the zombie's life. We have our good old play sound, lightning impact that we've been using before. We run particle explosions at the zombie. If I click back here, we have at zombie, there we go. We've got the huge explosion particles. The difference between huge explosion and normal explosion is the normal explosions are like puff of smoke kind of things, and huge explosion are like the big sea things that come off. They're very large, very cool. We summon the gunpowder that with a pickup delay of 32767. This is the magic number. When a pickup delay has this number, it will never be able to be picked up, which is quite nice. And also it's the same with age. If an item has this age, I believe it also will never time out and die. So it won't despawn. So you can have an item that can't be picked up that will sit somewhere forever if you use those two things. It's really good for map making. Then we kill the zombie and we remove the squid. So we remove everything that gets in the way. So yeah, this is a nice, elegant sort of system. Actually, let's have a look at the system. Oh, there we go, sponge right there. Let's have a look at the system in action. So if we fly over this, there we go, the zombie gets summoned into the world. It should be moving on its way. It stops. There's the sound effects, and it goes, and then it's finished. I have to manually clean up these. Obviously, I could have made it so these aren't manually cleaned up, but given the fact that these only need to be activated the one time, it doesn't need to have any cleanup like that. But keep in mind, if you're making a Minecraft map and you want stuff to happen multiple times, cleanup is an important issue. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I quite liked it, but then I really like the never-ending story, so and it always reminds me of that. Yeah, so if you enjoyed, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow again for another episode of the Command Block calendar. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.